A side out called. Puts Kane back in the box.
Sebastian Franco doing work over there on our second court against Felipe, the 8 and 9 seed.
Hey to John and Cameron. Cameron saying, what's up, John and Charlie? Glad I have racquetball to listen to on this 6 or 7 hour drive. Thanks for taking us along with you. Again, if you're just joining us, we're doing 2 courts right now, and we will be adding more cameras to this particular court that you're watching as we go through the day. Right now we're kind of split up on cameras and some duties, and I said duty on the air. The part of the issue here is trying to figure out this backcourt glass. And how scratched up it is. You'll hear me moan about it all weekend.
It's not as big of a deal as you think it is, John.
I hate it. You know, and it's not, I mean, it is what it is, but I just want the clearest possible picture, and I think it's a bad reflection on us. But it is what it is, and I won't cry and complain about it too much on the air.
I'm checking out the chat box. Restrung Mag asking who's on court 2. That would be Felipe Camacho and Sebastian Franco. Sebastian is almost up 2-0. He won the first and has control in the second.
Kane had a huge opportunity there, comes up just short, skips that one.
The best part of me being in this seat, John,
yes,
is that I can control the volume of the music for the crowd.
Yeah, I heard you
guys, I'm blocking you from turning it up too. If you guys had any idea what John was playing this morning.
Come on, it was today's hits and yesterday's favorites.
If today was the 90s, yes, they were hits. It was a nice mixed bag, though. I'll give you that. Katy Perry was in there. NSYNC was in there.
Ozzy Osbourne was in there.
All over the map.
Yep, a good conglomerate of
your favorite stuff.
Just a good playlist. Everybody's doing it.
Go-to, the workout playlist. Repeat, shuffle.
Chat box is almost full. It's going to be limited to 100 folks today. So if you're not in the chat box and you want to get there, you will want to do that quickly. I've got the scoreboard wrong, but I'm still going to blame it on Charlie. It's 2-2, not 2-3. Charlie, there's a barbecue place down the road. And guess where I'm going for lunch?
Yep. That's going to be
it's right next door to the Chinese place I ate at. 100% vegan is what Charlie is, but I am not. Not yet, at least. 3 apiece here on the headpen scoreboard.
I see a full rack of ribs in your future.
Oh, dude.
On top of French fries and.
No, I won't eat fried food.
Huh.
I don't like fried food.
Very disciplined then.
Yes, I didn't get this figure overnight.
Oh, man.
Wow, that was a double between the leg shot from both players. Kane will now bury this. Oh, he hits it down the line. Jake skips the ceiling ball. The fans love the action, and why not? Very exciting here. Kane takes a 1-point lead at 4-3. If you're just joining us, Rocky won his first game earlier in 3 straight. Our next match on this court is the 1 o'clock match. The 1 o'clock match. And that will be Cliff Swain and Daniel De La Rosa. Maybe you heard of them. The other court will feature Jose Rojas and Mauricio Zalata.
Hang on a second. I'm pretty sure this is the 11 o'clock, so we're going to
Oh,
have
I'm on the wrong
match.
time. Yeah, see, you pointed at the wrong thing.
You're
I'm
right.
blaming this one on you.
Well, you said 1 o'clock, so I pointed at it.
Sorry. I think you pointed, then I said 1.
So
you
this
said
should
potato. I say whatever. Alvaro Beltran and Alejandro Herrera are next. Mario Mercado, Jansen Allen are on the other court. Again, all courts are live today. And then our final round of 16 would be Cliff and Daniel. Get back over to the chat box.
On
and
the
then on the other court would be Rojas and Zalata.
So that's cool. A lot of really good matches. I'm glad you guys are doing the double court.
Yeah, you know, we don't get to do it all the time. The internet has to be, you know, fast enough. We have to be able to drive the equipment. And I was familiar with this court from last year. And, you know, again, one of the downsides is that the glass is super scratchy. So one of the things to try to make up for that is to get both courts on and let folks see what's going on across the board, because there'll be some good matches all day long. And their internet speed here is plenty fast, so made up for it. We're at 5 apiece. So if you are, if you're in the chat box and you're familiar with that Rafa House auction that goes on, which is the Rafa House JDRF auction at the U.S. Open. Last year they raised a little over $20,000. This year they are going to blow that out of the water. There's some new things on the auction. There's going to be a brand new Harley Davidson motorcycle on the auction, and a brand new Ford vehicle. We don't know if it's going to be a car, truck, or SUV, but it will be a brand new vehicle, which is why you're seeing Ford and Harley Davidson commercials playing, and we'll see them playing throughout the rest of the season and all of next.
Well, that's cool. New car. You have to bid on it, right? You can't.
Yeah,
just
it's the auction, just like last year. All proceeds also benefit the Rafa House, JDRF, and St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So we're excited about that, and congratulations to Dee and Sal Perconti for really doing a great job putting together what looks like a great auction. Auction details will be coming up shortly, but yeah, I mean, people say not a lot of support in racquetball, need more companies. Well, 2 companies are stepping up to at least provide some high-end things that will be for auction.
This is getting pretty exciting over here on main court between Jake and Kane.
Absolutely. Jake is up by 1, 7-6. And like I was saying in the first, I've seen Jake play now, I don't know what it is, 5 or 6 of the last consecutive events, and he doesn't normally start as slow as what he did. And he's picking things up. Kane is just an enigma. You never know what you're going to get other than excellence, and should make for an interesting second half of this second game. Bad time for a good rollout. Second serve coming up. High lob serve backhand side.
Wow.
Point. 7 serving 7.
Tied at 7 apiece. That's an ace.
It's a tough
Bullet
serve.
into the corner.
going straight into that. That's where the door is as well.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of this particular door has a little bit of a jut. It kind of comes out a little bit in the court. The ball hits that. There's no court hinders, so we may see more ace serves this particular event.
Wow, great shot by Jake. 7 serving 8. They're going back and forth here.
Jake going for the same corner. That's so good. Great angle, perfect speed. Kane back in the box. Hey to Meredith Gilbert. Hopefully she's doing well. She just had a procedure, a surgical procedure. I don't know if I should talk about the specifics. If she says I can. But glad to see her back on her feet and at least watching. Certainly wish you well.
9 serving 7.
Jake taking a timeout here.
Jake
Good
takes a
Timeout.
timeout. Meredith says thanks. Yeah, a lot of people up around the New York area obviously know Meredith. A lot of time when crows fly over, they think they hear Meredith, but that's an actual crow. And the procedure was removing her foot out of her mouth, which a lot of times she gets caught there. And this time, I kid. She's texting me too. Nope, that's not her. I kid, Meredith. I kid because I love. We have a timeout, so I guess we'll just keep it here.
Weren't you due for the same surgery?
No, that was out of my butt.
Okay.
That was Jason's foot out of my. There she is.
I like how Meredith is keeping the PC things in the chat box and the not so PC on your cell phone.
Yeah, you don't want to know the text messages she's sending me right now. Hey to Sudsy. I think Suds is down south of the border still. Doing a lot of great work down there. Okay, so she said it. She got herself a nice new hip, which is awesome. A pretty serious surgery, a hip replacement surgery. And, you would think you hear a lot about, the elderly, but Meredith, getting that hip replacement surgery in her late 50s is really something. Back to the action we go.
Oh, man.
Drive Z serve. Kane tracks that one down.
Oh, nice shot.
And puts it down.
That was pretty bad, John.
10 serving 7.
Good timeout so far for Kane. He's up 10-7. Looking to take a 2-0 lead 13 minutes into the match. If you guys would, with everything we have going on, we are QCing back at the office as well, but if things start to get real skippy, please let us know. In other words, if it's like, if the buffering starts to skip as much as Sudsy did in his last match that he played on the IRT network, please let us know and we'll have to take one court offline.
Man, you're on fire. Speaking of Sudsy, he actually had something interesting to say, which I agree with, is that Kane basically makes himself a lot bigger than he really is in that court. Oh, wow. Man. Okay, it skipped.
Ball called skip.
But Sudsy, you're right. That's something I've always seen in Kane as well, is just, yeah, I guess it's, footwork, court position, pretty much everything you said. I won't give my own opinion on it.
Well, what I like about Sudsy's observation is the guy he's playing against takes a lot of space up as well, and Kane is kind of matching him. And now we're tied at 10-10.
Yeah, see, Jake has the ability to ace anyone in the world, and especially down that right side. If it's right on that wall. So, if I were Jake,
I'd be pounding that right side.
I would keep doing that. He's already gotten a couple aces over there, and I don't know about this serve. Point called. Kane wants a hinder. You know, I hate to say it, but I think I might agree with Kane on that one. 11-10, Jake ready to take this second game. Oh, missed that forehand, unbelievable.
Kane hit that ball at 2 miles per hour like it was nothing. Kane Waselenchuk winding for a drive serve. Roll out, second serve coming up. Jake did just have game point against the champ.
Hit a great serve over there too, and it just popped out. And then he had a forehand setup. That's a bad miss. That's the last month of inactivity, I think. You don't see Kane missing that shot. Jake with another chance here. Another 1, 2, 3, 4 rally with Kane finishing with a touch
awesome.
shot. But Jake has had his 2 opportunities. Great serve, great get.
Kane, that ball hit the sidewall and rolled perfect. Perfect shot for Kane, who's tied it up here. Extra innings in the second, 11 apiece. Troy Warrigon interrupting my broadcast to say there's no such thing as perfect, and if you look at his hairdo, you'd probably agree. But we're talking about on the court. I kid. I love Troy. High lobster. That wasn't an ace? Did he call that last one
he called it short.
No kidding.
Kane missing that one.
Kane right there in the.
That's nice.
Oh man, that's such a good shot. You know, one of the best games, I tease Troy a lot. One of the best matches I've seen against Kane all year was Troy and Kane down in, where was that? Was that St. Louis? Garden City. Troy and Kane in Garden City. If you haven't seen that one, wow. If you haven't seen that one, check it out. Kane with the backhanded flippy loop-de-loo takes game number 2, 13-11. We'll be back in just a moment. More great racquetball action coming your way live. This IRT Network.
You don't have to be the best to be trained by the best. Fran Davis coaches racquetball's greatest professional players. Fran Davis wants to train you. No matter what level of play you are, Fran Davis Racquetball is a proven system to help you win on the court. Check out her book, her DVD, her iPhone and iPad apps, or work with her in person to build your own racquetball dream house. Check her out online at frandavisracquetball.com.
This mountain doesn't own a watch. It's not in a hurry to get where it's going. And yet, after millions of years, it has arrived. It's what inspired us to cold age our beer, which, thankfully, takes a little less than 1,000,000 years. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to Coors Light, Freight Management, Logistics, Rollout, and Fran Davis for providing those commercials in the last break. We always ask that you please support those who support us. At the very least, send them, there's a great shot from Jake. At the very least, please send them an email, a note to thank them, because as we try to add more and more advertisers, we want to show them that the listeners and that the viewers really care. So when you get a second, drop a note to Head and Fran and Rollout, Coors Light, just say thanks. Watching you on the IRT Network, ENET Live, and really appreciate your support. Great match going on here. Kane Waselenchuk taking on the beast man himself, Jake Bredenbeck, who's just bombing an ace serve right there.
2 serving 0.
And Jake is up by 2 here, 2 serving 0. Jake had game point in the second
A couple
twice.
times.
Yeah, and
even-
Kane just held on.
Look at that serve.
Another ace serve from Jake. Kane disagrees with that one, but look good from here. These walls are solid concrete walls, so they should be a little faster. It's also kind of humid, just in general, because we're in Florida. Right before we started, some of the court stickers were actually coming off the wall. We'll keep an eye on that.
This
Shouldn't be a problem.
This
though.
isn't as bad as it has been here too. I mean,
Remember Sarasota a couple years ago
was
at the
raining.
the Bath. I forgot the name of the Sarasota Bath and Racket or something like that.
Bath and
It
Racket.
was the first IRT Network event I ever did, and it rained for a month before we got here,
Yeah.
and the walls were just soaking wet. That was the very first IRT Network broadcast.
We had anytime the players were off the court, whether it's timeout or in between games, they'd bring a humidifier and a fan
Yeah.
on the court, and and it was still wet.
Jake wanting the ace serve call there, called short. Second serve coming up.
Timeout.
Some exciting things going on with
1 serving 3.
ENET Live and programming to tell you about. Your subscription, if you're a subscriber, gets you a lot of access now. We are going to be doing a lot more pro beach volleyball. We're very excited about that. We'll actually have pro beach volleyball going on. Oh, wow. That's who cares about ENET Live when you got a shot like that. Great rally by both players.
2 serving 3.
The California event for racquetball will also be doing pro beach volleyball, and pretty excited with that, and platform tennis and pickleball, all kinds of great things going on.
3 serving 2.
And it all started from right here in racquetball. Actually, it all started right here in racquetball at Sarasota. So, special place in my heart this town has.
How was that? I thought it started in Indiana or something like that.
Well,
Or did you
so-
just say wherever we are? and
No,
that's
no.
where it
So the first IRT Network event technically was in Denver, but I was hired to do the play-by-play. And I didn't own the IRT Network then. It was Breakwater Sports or something like that. And so there was a Denver event, Indiana, California, New York, and then after 4 events, they were going out of business. They couldn't continue they couldn't continue. So instead of going out of business, I bought the IRT Network, and there was an event the very next month in St. Louis, which was called at the time the IRT Network Open. Long story short, after I bought it, the first event I ever did owning the IRT Network was in Sarasota.
There we go. That was a long story long, though.
Long story long.
Just kidding.
It'll
I
be in
shouldn't have asked.
my book. Things I don't care about, or things others don't care about. That's the name of my book, I think.
Things only I care about.
Things only I like. I think Kane skipped that. Yeah, he did.
3, serving 3.
3 apiece here in the third. Hey to Mike Martinez. Don't forget Pro Connects Finals. They're coming up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Jake was there but skips the ball.
3, serving 3.
3 apiece once again.
We're seeing a lot more rallies out of Kane.
3, serving 3.
What a shot.
So, let me ask you instead of me give my opinions. Kane, do you feel like he's moving better? Do you feel like he's feeling that surgery? What is your perception of Kane right now?
I think he's doing fine. I think, well, I mean, he doesn't appear to be in a lot of pain, but he appears to be just not as sharp as he has been. So I think he physically is okay. He just has had to take time off from racquetball for a few weeks, which just makes you kind of one step off or one step slower, or, you know, the hand speed. I mean, he's obviously still doing fine, but maybe, you know, I predict he's just going to get better as the tournament goes on.
6, serving 3.
And a Kane a step below his normal is still the dominating player.
Well, if you think about Jake, you know, a guy like Jake came out in Chicago a month and a half or so ago and beat Rocky Carson in 5. And then he continued. You know, he made it further into the draw than what a lot of people thought he was going to. I believe he lost to Daniel that particular event in the semis. And, you know, Kane just has this weird dimension where he has the ability to adjust. He doesn't have to kill every single ball. And that's why, you know, when you hear folks say, well, he's got the best footwork or the best hands, the best hands or footwork regardless, they're all superior. They're all very good. And when one thing doesn't work, you can put it in your tool bag and pull out something else. And we're seeing a more control game by Kane, where he's still putting a lot of balls down.
It's just stuff like that.
Right on cue, he skips it.
5, serving 6.
You know, other than the fact that he skipped that ball, everything else looked all right. That's just a timing issue, which only comes from, this is a game of, you know, inches, and even just being a little bit off makes a big difference in this game on a professional level. If your down the line is just a little bit off the side wall, or if your pinch is a little up, that makes a big difference.
Kane puts that one up to the ceiling. How frustrating is that as a player, where, you know, you really think you have an opportunity, you really think you're going to get it, you don't necessarily put the ball down, and then your opponent hits that little fly kill dink shot. That's got to be frustrating. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry. I was a little distracted there.
That looked like an ace, but
Yes, it's so
called
frustrating,
good.
John.
Thanks for validating my comment. There's a question about, oh, I know what happened.
Hey Rick, I bet you said this on one page. 2 pages.
Question in the chat about when I click on the draw link, it takes me to an Ohio thing. That'll be fixed in just a couple seconds. skip ball called.
7 serving 7.
Close game here, just like that second game. Wow, look at that serve. You see that lining up from the left side and hit a jam.
8 serving
Kind of a gutsy serve.
Well,
Well, you know you're going to Kane's forehand with that.
It is, but you know what I love about that is the creative shot selection that he took there. I think it even kind of caught Kane off
Another
guard.
point, Jake, 9-7. This
yeah,
is interesting. I mean, if Jake would have gotten that second game, this could have gotten really interesting. I mean, it still is. He could take this home and then point called. I'm not sure what Kane wanted, a short maybe. 10-7.
Kane has lost 2 games all season long. This would be the 3rd game that Kane has dropped if he in fact does lose it. And Jake is lining up for the biggest serve of the game for him.
Not going to get that. I just noticed Kane's shoes too.
7 serving 10.
They are not what I would expect to see. They're kind of like an old school basketball shoe. They work though. Good serve there. They're whispering.
Jake is saying
That he hit him with the ball, and either way it's a point.
yeah. Charlie, so I have a question as we're late here in the 3rd game, 8-10, drive serve. Jake spins around that. Kane has an opportunity. Puts that on the far side. Have you ever changed a call? You make a call, guys argue, and they both don't agree. Have you ever changed a call? I don't think so. I've seen most of you.
It's just been a couple where that I
So,
can think of where
my
like maybe
point
I
is-
called a score
Oh,
wrong.
that's a great shot.
They call-
Right, but like you call a skip and the other guy doesn't say anything, there's no appeals, you go with the skip. You've never reversed a call, right? I've never seen it done.
I don't think so.
So
yeah.
why do
Sometimes-
players argue?
Sometimes, oh yeah, that was what this was leading.
That's where I was
leading
going
to,
with all of that.
Yeah, yeah, good point. Probably just human nature, you know, like I'm right and you're wrong.
Oh, Kane
and
skips that.
there's game 3. Wow, we're going to 4. And, you know, I had a feeling this might happen where stamina might be an issue here.
Right. Kane won the first 11-4, the second 13-11, drops this one. Game number 4 coming up next. This, the IRT Network.
Every printing job is different, so is every client, and so are their needs. Different ideas result in different printing expectations and require a different production process. With that in mind, we created Galaxy Custom Printing. Galaxy Printing is more than just a print shop. We're a full concept to product service. From your very first ideas through production, we're with you all the way. We're dedicated to the quality of your product and extremely passionate about the process. Our combination of modern imaging technology and contemporary printing equipment produces the quality that makes our clients stand out. While other print shops may outsource their design work, our clients have the opportunity to communicate directly to our in-house design team. This means you'll save time, and your ideas will translate directly from what's in your head to what you see in the finished product.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live in the IRT Network. 0 serving 0. Kane Waselenchuk up 2-1. That's right, you heard me correctly. Kane has lost 3 games all year long. One of them just took place right there as Jake the Beast Bredenbeck takes game number 3 from Kane.
Could be 2-1 Jake right now.
1 serving 0.
Could be. Jake is hoping to push this to 5, and then it would be quite exciting.
Set out. 0 serving 1. 0 serving 1.
Jake at 1-0. It hit that little ledge and took off. 2 serving 0. I just thought of a great corporate sponsor for the IRT Network and Jake Bredenbeck, and that would be State Farm. Jake from State Farm.
Point.
Skip serve or skip ball called. 3 serving 0.
Thought maybe like get your insurance because you're playing against Jake kind of thing. You're not listening.
I am listening.
Side out.
This is going to turn into a battle here.
0 serving 3.
0-3, Jake's up.
0 serving 3. Skip. 3 serving 0.
3 serving 0. Jake on a roll here. Screen serve called late, but the right call.
Jake going to shoot this one. That's nice.
Point.
So since I have Sudsy in the chat box, and Jake is playing, Jake happens to be one of the largest guys I've seen play. You know, not just big, but swings hard, plays full out. So yeah, you've got the Beast nickname. Is there anyone else, who else in racquetball history, anyone out there that's listening, is comparable to Jake in size and
Short serve.
effort, things like that? An imposing physical force besides John Scott.
I think of 2 right off the bat. One's obvious. Actually 3, and I'd like Sudsy's opinion on one of them. Obviously Crowther was a bigger guy,
True.
but I don't think he was very imposing. Drew Kachchik, no lie, wow. Drew Kachchik was a player
6 serving 0.
that when you would play him,
6-0.
you felt it. Like afterwards, you felt the body bumps and the knees that you may inadvertently or purposely get. Wide racket swings and things like that. He was a bruiser on a racquetball court. Would love to hear what Sudsy's thought about the physicality of somebody like. I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. You know, some we've seen Crowther, Robinson, Derek Robinson. Those definitely the larger guys for sure.
Andy Roberts would be another one. He was
Yeah.
a heavy player. Not heavy as in weight, but he hit a heavy ball versus a fast ball. He was kind of imposing. I'd say
You know,
those
Jake
2.
Jake is not as big as Derek or Crowther, but I just think, you know, the way he plays is more. He plays like a large guy.
John is saying Scott Reef. I don't know if that's a way back when I used to love Scott Reef. He was one of the best warm-up players I've ever seen in my life. He could never really put it together.
6.
He was fun. He had a great drive serve.
So who Do you know who Michael is in the chat box?
I don't know.
Okay. Just curious.
One serving 6 is the score here in the first. In the fourth. Now, you may have heard Kane say, "Don't go there." There's somebody upstairs that said, "Give him a donut," and Kane was saying, "You better not go there."
That's funny.
Kane's starting to put a few points together. Jake, though, with a sizable lead. Two serving 6. Over in the other court, Franco up 2-1 over Camacho. Freddie, you would have to go all the way back to the Tampa event from 4 years ago. Ben Croft gave Kane a donut then. What was remarkable about that, it came right after Kane donutted him. Kane gave Ben a donut, or maybe it was vice versa.
It was Jose.
You're right. The double donut. That was
switch.
That was sure something.
Yeah, it was Jose that gave him a donut first, and then Kane gave him.
Yeah. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Brian wants to know what happened to the videos on the YouTube channel. Well, there was a threat of litigation because of a particular instance of a picture on a video, and it was all taken down as a result of that. From what I'm told, it has been rectified. Kane really shooting well right now. Kind of standing in one place and making Jake run around him. Let me update the scoreboard for you. I catch myself watching the match and forgetting to push buttons. 42 minutes into the match. Kane is down 4-7 in the fourth. When was the last time Kane went 5? Oh. Well, it's not that often. I believe the last time was when Jose beat him in 5 in Kansas City.
No, that was in 4.
Was that 4?
But I know
there was
went
a Rocky,
Rocky
yeah,
twice in 1 year, like back-to-back tournaments.
I think one would have been like
San
Utah or San Diego, and then I think another was like a Utah or South Dakota or something mid-season. I'd have to go back and look. Rocky actually had match point on him in one of those. You were reffing that. Yeah. Kane, drive serve. Forehand side, Jake is there into the corner. Kane with a flip, can't put it down. Jake makes him pay.
This is just going to be up to Jake because it doesn't look like Kane is going to. I mean, he's just going to play as hard as he possibly can, but I think if Jake were to step up above that level, that he could win this.
Hey, there's Sudsy. He never answered your question on the physicality.
That's what I'm talking about. That last rally is Jake had 2 opportunities there to put the rally away, and not often against Kane are you going to get 2 opportunities in 1 rally.
Kane 1 point away from tying it up after being down 6-1 not too long ago. 7 serving 6. Jake, oh, it looked like he was going to pull another ace. Kane stretches out, and he's got that one. Wow. Jake had a couple opportunities there. Couldn't put the ball down. You can hear him yelling at himself in there. Good shot from Jake.
Just all over the court right now. Jake moving around well. Good
Yeah,
rally.
I mean, and Jake is in great shape.
Wow, this is Kane just sort of leisurely going through that rally and still winning it.
6 serving 7. Timeout on the court. We'll be back. More great racquetball action coming your way live. This is the IRT Network.
There are thousands of ways into the complex healthcare system, and United Healthcare has ways to help you find care fast, like an app with an urgent care locator.
So, what happened?
I got taken out by this car.
They didn't join this team to win championships or become famous. They joined because there is important work to be done, and only some able to do it. They are brighter, better educated, led, and equipped than any team in history. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, technologists, and combat troops, all prepared for whatever comes their way. You'll find them where the lights don't flash, and the only contract they sign is with themselves and their country. One day, they may be asked what they did to make a difference in this world, and they can respond, I became a soldier.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live on the IRT Network. We're going to have an injury timeout, I'm being told. Andre Perea telling Jake Bredenbeck that there is an injury timeout that Kane is taking. So we will take a break, and we'll keep you updated. Stay right here. Don't forget, court number 2 has Camacho and Sebastian Franco. Yeah, that's going on right now. So check that out, and we'll be back. More great action in a moment.
Well, our goal is to, give them the chance to perform and to play. I think that's the biggest thing. We want to help them reach their dreams, and playing is their ultimate dream. Getting to the top is their ultimate dream. You don't get there unless you are able to play in those tournaments and travel around the world and compete. I think another way is for them to get training on how to become a professional of what they do, not just on the court but off the court, and understanding that there's value in them in a lot of different aspects of their life. This is just one aspect of their life.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Well, that was quick. I was getting some direction, and Kane's back on the court. He's going to go for it. Let me pull the scoreboard up here. Hit the. We're at 6-7, I believe. Charlie Pratt eating his seed sandwich. Charlie actually posted something on Facebook, and getting into the match, we'll be able to talk about it, but if you're friends with him, check it out. A very valid and well thought out, I don't want to say plea, but monologue, if you will, a blog about eating vegan. And it actually got me thinking, and it was very impressive, very well thought out, very well done on that. I was very impressed.
Thanks, John.
And back to the action we go. Point called as Kane puts that down. I believe that's 7 apiece.
7 serving 7.
Yeah, it is 7 serving 7. Franco and Camacho still battling in the fourth. What a heck of a return there from Jake Bredenbeck. That was fantastic. Huge shot. Killing the ball. 7 apiece. Jake 3 points away from pushing this to 5.
Kane is not moving well right now, or at all.
He was done with that rally.
Mm-hmm. You know, he took an injury, well, like a 1-minute injury timeout. If Jakes wins this game, I'm just going to be interested to see if Kane continues to play.
I think whoever wins this game will win the match.
In Kane's sake, that's a guarantee.
Well, yeah, of course. I think if Jake wins this, even if Kane comes back out, Jake, and the reason I say that is unless, and Kane can, but unless Kane does something crazy, Jake going into a 5th, the amped up, the young guy, that whole thing, just the emotions, if he can keep him in check, that's going to be tough to overcome. Either way, we still got a game to play here. Kane down by 1, 8-9.
Yeah, just not the best shot selection by Jake. This ball stays up on these courts too. I mean, it's cement. The thing pops up. A pinch, unless it is the right shot to hit, usually is not the right shot.
You
okay there?
That makes so much sense. Usually,
well, you know, unless the guy is really far back behind you. Jake with a big opportunity there, just like that. That is when a pinch is the right shot to hit.
Right. Yeah, and Jake put himself between the ball and Kane, even if the ball was up higher. So it would have been tough, and that's a very good observation from Charlie. That's a perfect time to hit that shot. 9 serving 9.
Great serve. He's got the setup he wants. Misses that one. Look at that. Forehand photon. That time the pinch worked out for him, but he had Kane kind of going the other way, and he's limping around. Game point. Drive serve. Good shot.
Yeah, Kane's not looking great here, and Jake is, you know, sometimes Kane will come in and have an easier first round. I'm completely speculating. I'm bet I'm betting when Kane looked at the draw, he probably thought, oh, crap. You know, of all people to have to play in your 16. And I'm sure that's probably what everybody that has to play Jake thinks is, oh,
sure, I mean, Jake,
stinking.
for his ability, his rank is not where his ability is.
Right.
And, yeah, for example, in the 16s on the other court, and that's just kind of a testament to how well Jake has been playing, and despite not playing as many IRT tournaments this year. Great shot by Kane.
Michael saying, please stop Kane. It's not worth making it worse. I would think that if it was, I mean, it's gotten worse since we started, but I would think that Kane has done this long enough. He knows when to shut it down if he needs to shut it down, and he's going to try and push.
That's a great shot. I mean, good on Jake too. It's not just Kane not being able to do much. It's like Jake's hitting good shots. I don't think Kane is going to make the injury worse. And I think that it's fixed now. That's what surgery was all about. Oh, look at that shot.
Nine serving 10 here in the fourth.
Here comes a photon drive serve. Oh, he took a little off that. A lot.
Drive Z back deep. Wow. What a second serve. A second serve ace Z serve that was actually hit up pretty high. It hit the second wall and then died. What a great serve. We have a packed house here in Florida.
That serve called short. Good call.
Kane doesn't like that call, but if it wasn't called short, he skipped the second shot and it'd be a side out anyway.
That's a good point.
8-7 on the other court. Franco over Camacho in the fourth. Camacho won the first two down. Dropped the second.
Great shot by Jake, and that is where Jake's size came into play. Being able to move up there and hit a down the line, and basically Kane had nowhere to go. Ooh, close serve there. It looked close anyway. 10-10. Oh, good shot.
Side out, 10 apiece. Again, we've got great racquetball action all through the day. Every round of 16 is live and free, presented by Head and Pen. It's the Head free preview round, so thanks so much to them for making that possible.
Drive serve from Kane, set up forehand. Jake up top.
Big opportunity. Ah, broken ball.
I could almost hear it when it was bouncing.
The Pro Pen HD, the ball of choice. The best players in the world play with the Pro Pen HD, and you should too. Thanks to Pro Pen HD, the purple ball here on the IRT.
Oh man, that ball went out. Skip ball by Kane. Another game point for Jake now. Off a good drive serve, missed by Kane. Oh.
Short serve called. Jake thought he had an ace for the game.
Couldn't tell, John. What'd you think?
Well, I hear a lot of crowds saying, oh, but I don't hear anybody necessarily disagreeing. From here, it looked short, but again, I don't have, I'll disclosure, I have a terrible vantage point.
Yeah.
I can't even see the court. I'm looking on a 3-inch by 4-inch computer screen.
Now he's going lob to the forehand, Nick. And the skip ends game 4, and we are going to 5.
Game 5 coming up next. It's the IRT Network.
Wow.
Hey guys, Ben Croft here to introduce you today to the first of its kind here at Racquetball Warehouse. This is the XK Sports Racquetball Feeder. This is no average racquetball feeder. With a consistent and accurate remote control, dual power supply so it can run off battery or AC power, this thing is portable enough to take anywhere. Holding anywhere from 18 to 20 balls and shooting from 18 to 105 miles per hour with a feed rate of 1 to 10 seconds, this machine is better than any human partner. You can select a customizable pattern so you know which shots are coming, or set it to a random setting to keep you on your feet and improve your footwork. For me personally, this thing has been my best friend on the court lately. With the Pro Tour season right around the corner, I've been spending a lot of time with this machine, and I've just been super impressed with its versatility. You can hit anything between 18-mile-an-hour dink shots and 105-mile-an-hour cross courts down the line splats, drive serves, but you can also pop it up to the ceiling and return lob serves. So the options that you have with this machine are really countless. I wish I could spend all day showing you how great this machine is, but unfortunately I can't. If you guys want any more information, make sure to check it out at racquetballwarehouse.com.
It's a class 4 operation. It's okay. She seems peaceful. My name is Erin Gilbert, Doctor of Particle Physics. That stuff went everywhere, by the way, in every crack. Very hard to wash off.
We have dedicated our whole lives to studying the paranormal. Now there's sightings all over the city. There are people out there that need our help. Holtzman, you're a brilliant engineer. Erin, no one's better at quantum physics than you. We can provide a real service.
I'm joining the club. You guys are really smart about this science stuff, but I know New York. And I can borrow a car from my uncle.
You didn't disclose that the vehicle was going to be a hearse.
It's a Cadillac!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, did you want to?
Sorry, I'll let you.
Next time. Okay. Someone is creating a device that amplifies paranormal activity, and we might be the only ones who can stop it. Holtzman, come on.
The hat is too much, right? Is it the wig or the hat?
There's a bigger picture at hand here. These ghosts can possess the human form.
Oh, hell no, the devil is a liar! Get out of my friend, ghost!
Ow, that's gonna leave a mark!
The power of panic compels you!
Ow!
of the biggest goals is to just get some of the top up-and-coming pros an opportunity to play at the professional level, getting to those events and paying for some of those expenses, keeping it to their expenses to a minimum, which then allows them to focus on now just winning rather than coming out of their pocket to try to perform at the highest level. Not too many of the pros get to make a career out of sports. That's what we're doing. Is we're living our dreams when every time we step on that court and we have an opportunity to compete at the highest level. It's what we dreamed of every moment we started from a young age to where we're at right now, and hopefully dreams to even be better than that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 5 underway. 0 serving 0. John Scott and Charlie Pratt. Charlie, this should be interesting.
Yeah. In many ways. Just to see what Kane can weather the storm, or if he's, I don't think he can really do much here. Looks like he's hurting right now. He's not going to do it. He's done.
Kane's going to quit
Officially
right here.
Done. That is it. Jake Bredenbeck has defeated Kane.
Well, that's going to do it. We're going to hit the restart button, and we've got another great match coming. Congratulations to Jake Bredenbeck.
Yeah.
Moving on to the quarterfinals later tonight, and we'll be back. More great racquetball action coming your way right here, the IRT Network.